Hey guys, it's GameFace here and welcome back to episode 77 of my Leeds United career mode. Now in today's episode we are going to be finishing off the summer transfer window and we might make one more signing. I think I said in the previous episode I wasn't going to make any more, but I think I've decided against that. I might add one more player into the team just so we don't have to wait until January and just so we can cover as many positions as possible. The player that I think it's going to be is Antonio from West Ham. The reason why I'm going to do that is I think I need another winger just to kind of play on the bench, and in case anybody starts going into very bad form, he can also play left and right mid and also striker as well, so it kind of fits in really well. And what I'm going to do with this deal is hopefully just offer Callum Wilson and hope for the best really. So before we get properly into this episode, if we could go hit 25 likes on this video, that'd be really appreciated. Also, if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button as well, that'd be fantastic, and it'd be really appreciated if you could go ahead and do that. And yeah, let's move on into the transfer deadline day, see what we can do, whether we can sell any players as well, because we've still got a lot of players to get rid of, and yet we haven't got rid of many of them. As you can see, we've got an £88.3 million worth of players at the moment, and we've sold just over 64 million, which isn't too bad as well. Obviously, most of that being Berahino, 45 million of that. On the other hand, Leicester have spent nothing and they've got nothing, so a bit of a strange transfer window. Hopefully try and get this deal done quite early on in the transfer deadline day. But no, we've got John Hughes here going out to York City on loan just for the year and might well get himself some game time. That's what we're after with the loan players, so hopefully that does happen. And can we get Antonio in the next couple of hours, hopefully? Okay, because they are interested in the player. They've rejected it, but they are interested in the player, but they want 3.5 million as well. Okay, so someone actually wants Callum Wilson. That is very strange. We're going to go with 2.5 million. That's combined of about 9.5, I think. I think Callum Wilson's worth just over 7 million. So, yeah, we might be able to leave us, which would be really good news because we've been trying to get rid of him so long. Look at this. PSG have signed Griezmann, and that knocks Berahino off the top deals, top 3 list there. Can we get him in? They've only got 3 more hours to get the contract sorted out as well. That is going to be much tighter than I expected. We got him accepting it, or the club accepting it. We are going to go with 50 grand a week, and I think we'll go with a 3-year deal. And an important first team player I think is fair, so we'll see what he says to that. And we've just got 3 hours to try and get him in. I wasn't really expecting to sign anybody in this episode, but I just thought he seems like the sort of player we could really do with. And I think I might go down to the final hour. Oof, God, okay. Got an approach for one of the players on my shortlist. Not too bothered about him. Final hour to try and get this deal done. Okay, this is the moment of truth. Will he have accepted the contract? I thought we were going to get this done with plenty of time, to be honest. We sent the offer in the 10th hour, didn't we? So I don't know why it's taken so long. I don't think we're going to get him, are we? We've not got him. How the hell's that happened? How have we managed not to get him? Sadly, we can't sign him because when it ends, it does end. You don't have any chance to get any players in after that. So that is such a shame. Didn't manage to get in Antonio. We might well try and get him in January. But the most disappointing thing is we didn't get rid of Callum Wilson. That was the reason why I was trying to get Antonio in. So I've actually got a player I'd use because at the moment I'm not going to be using Callum Wilson very much at all. So yeah, bit disappointing end to that, but we've got Leicester City now. Should be quite an interesting game, this one, see what sort of players they've still got. Obviously in real life it looks like Vardy may well have completed his move by the time this video goes out. There we are, 5th in the league, 6 points from the 3 games. We lost obviously that game against Southampton, I think that was in the previous episode. So it does put us in 5th position. Leicester, on the other hand, are 19th. They've not won a game yet, 1 point from the first 3. So let's change around the team, see what sort of side I can come up with, and try and beat Leicester City and get 3 points. And this is the team that I've gone with. I basically kept it exactly the same, to be honest, as you just saw a moment ago, other than Silva drops in behind Iheanacho. We're going to try and Iheanacho up top. Someone suggested it in the previous episode, I think it was. So we'll go with that, see how it goes. And other than that, I've not really changed anything else other than made Eric Dyer captain for this game. We've got this as our bench. Lewis Cook again doesn't quite get into the team, not full of energy, and just didn't really seem too good the last couple of games I've played him. So we need to give him some more opportunities. I think we'll wait until the next match. Something I need to do actually before the Leicester game is resign as Mexico manager. We are going to resign from the national team. It's just not really worked out as Mexico manager. I think we'll wait and see what other international jobs come available with a better calibre of players, hopefully. Let's move on into the Leicester City game, try and get ourselves the 3 points, and see whether we can try and move further up the table. Silva still going here. Andre Silva to shoot. Oh, just wide. Not quite a good enough shot there. Maybe should have finessed it. Decent start to this game though. Although saying that, Leicester City have had quite a lot of good possession. I think we have just about edged it. Redmond still going here. Redmond, can he finish it off? Oh, good save from Schmeichel. Couldn't quite get there with Andre Silva. So yeah, we've started pretty well. Not too many clear-cut chances though for either team. Got ourselves a corner here with Ramirez to take it. Trying to find Iheanacho, who's actually looked really good up front. But again, didn't quite manage to find anyone. Here we go, trying to play it through to Silva. He's going through. Oh, and he scored. Brilliant. 1-0. Now, I think I'm going to put that down to the little tactical change I made a few minutes ago, which I didn't quite show you guys. Basically, Andre Silva seems to have high work rates. I've got no idea why, but I've decided to tell him basically just to stay forward, and it seems to have worked. So now he's no longer playing as a centre defensive midfielder, which he was before, believe it or not. He was playing further back than Ramirez and Bridcut as well. So it's kind of worked by the looks of it. He seems to be staying a bit further forward now, but he was literally sat in behind both of them. Really bizarre, but I had to tell him to stay forward, and that appears to have worked quite nicely because he is playing the right position now. Here we go through to Mane, another chance before half-time. We barely created any chances. Now we've got two. Just a bit late with the shot. Wouldn't let me shoot as early as I'd hoped. And it's a good block in the end. But that's it for the first half. A lively end to the first half. But not a very good sort of 30-35 minutes before that. So yeah, we do go into the game 1-0 up, which is good. I think we'll keep things the same for now. I think we can continue to get a few more goals. He seems to be playing much better now. We've changed the style of play a little bit and pushed Andre Silva further forward in the second half. Redmond on to Galloway, who's getting forward now as well, into the box to try and find Iheanacho. We're looking much better. We're getting into a lot of good crossing positions, which isn't too good, considering we don't really have the height in there, to be honest, do we? So I might have to bring on Nelson Oliveira at some point. Ramirez nearly taking a shot on goal. Didn't quite work. Silva again with it, and we've got a lot of possession on the edge of their box. We just need to finish another one off. Okay, the change will come now. I'm going to take off Iheanacho, who's had an okay game. I think he probably could have done a bit better. But we are going to bring on Nelson Oliveira to try and head a few things in the back of the net. And I think other than that, we're going to keep things the same. I'm tempted about moving Eric Dyer further forward into midfield. But I think we'll leave it like that for now and hope for the best with that change. Here we go again to Galloway this time. Still not being able to make the substitute though, so we are left with little height in the box. Galloway to shoot. And it's always going to be tight from that angle. I've actually changed my mind on the substitute. I'm going to take off Silva instead and keep Iheanacho on. Silva's getting quite tired. I think we could actually do with Iheanacho just in behind the striker. So, quick change to that sub. Nelson Oliveira going to look for Ramirez with a good pass there. Ramirez, we've surely got to get a goal here, you would have thought. Ramirez still going. Let me pass it. Oh, didn't let me pass it. And again, another chance which we've not done enough from. That's it, we've won the game 1-0, the 3 points was the main thing, it should have been more though, maybe should have been 2 or 3-0. We've got ourselves the win, it was Andre Silva with the winning goal, which is great to see him getting on the score sheet for us. And that gives us 3 extra points. Man City have dropped points there, Man United actually won that game, Chelsea dropped all 3 points against Bournemouth, and West Ham won the game against Crystal Palace 2-0. So, okay. Whew, was not expecting this offer so quickly. Yes, please. I'm just going to manage Spain now, as you do. Go from Mexico to Spain. Wow. I was going to wait for England, to be honest, but Spain is something a bit different. We're going to go with it, see how we get on with Spain. That is not something I was expecting. Hopefully they've got loads of young talent, but we'll have to wait and see when we get to the internationals and stuff like that. In fact, saying that, I think it's the friendlies, or it might be actually qualifiers that we're doing now, so we'll take a quick look at that. But first of all, let's do some of these drills. We'll go with the same 5 players that we've been doing for the last week or two. Let's see how we get on. Kingsley Coman's finishing goes up. Other than that, nobody else makes particularly good progress on any of their attributes. And yeah, let's move on now to the Spanish stuff. Let's see what sort of internationals we've got, because I've got absolutely no idea. I think with Mexico we had like China to play or something like that. We got Austria as the first one, that's a tough one. Then we got, I think, is it Republic of Ireland, was it? No, I think it was Northern, wasn't it? Northern? Yeah, it was Northern Ireland. And we've got Austria to play at home here. for now. I don't think I'll play any of the qualifiers. But certainly I'll be interested to see when we get into, assuming that we get into the European Championships, how we get on in that. I think I'll just sim these two though, and we'll see how we get on with that. We've got big games coming up for club though. Look at that. Man United, FC Basel, Everton, Liverpool and Man City. Wow. Very tough games coming up. Drew against Austria and drew against Northern Ireland. Got this right. We're not going to be going to the European Championships. But for Leeds, we are now in third. That's from 4 games, 9 points. That's not too bad. 1 off the top. Bournemouth and West Ham are flying at the moment, which is great news. And if we can get wins over some of those teams that I've just mentioned a moment ago, then that will put us very close to the top. We've got a player returning from injury. That's Bailey's back, which is great news. It means Eric Dyer might well be able to move into midfield a bit more often. And Capello wants to leave. Transfer request. He's concerned he's not getting enough game time. Fair enough, to be honest. I'm quite happy to let him go. He's not great. He's okay, obviously, as like a fill-in, but certainly isn't good enough to really challenge for a first team spot. Obviously, with Eric Dyer coming in as well, that kind of nudges him down the pecking order. And let's go ahead with some more player development this week. We'll again keep it the same, try and progress these players a bit more, and get them up if we can. Yeah, we've got Coleman again going up on one of his attributes, and then we've got that right back going up on a couple of them there. And Bailey says he's okay to play, boss. And that's ironically against the team, which he looks like he might well be joining. In fact, he probably has joined by the time this video goes up, to be honest. Man United, it seems like a lot of money as well. Bailey's joined them. He's good on this game. I'm not too sure how good he is in real life, though I wouldn't like to really comment on that. And let's change around the team, see how we get on with this side. But let's see what sort of team's available for this match. And this is the team that I've gone with. I've decided to bring in Bailey so he can partner alongside Congolo at centre-back. And I've gone with Ramirez and Eric Dyer in CDM with Lewis Cook just in front of them, which means Iheanacho drops onto the bench. Mane starts on the right, who I thought again had another brilliant game. Same with Redmond, to be fair to them. Both getting on the ball plenty, which is great to see because that's something we didn't have with the previous wingers. And obviously the same defence as usual at full-back and that sort of thing. Silva starts up front. Hopefully he can put in another good performance. That's the bench I've gone with. Iheanacho, Coleman, Bridcut, those sort of players are on there. Nelson Oliveira drops out of the squad for this. Yaya Toure, again, not getting into the squad. Maybe need to give him another chance, Yaya, see how he gets on at some point. Right then, let's see what sort of players Man United have decided to sign. I think I've already just spotted Thomas Muller in the team. So, yeah, they've clearly got some decent players. Not loads of new signings, though, which I was kind of expecting, to be honest. I've not really seen too much of their defence yet. But it seems like it is the sort of team that you'd maybe expect to see in real life. You've kind of got most of the players you'd probably expect to see. Lewis Cook, gonna look for Eric Dyer with the ball through. Eric Dyer, can he finish it? Oh my days. How has he managed to do that? Oh, it was such a perfect bit of play as well, and then, oh my days, I can't even think about how much money we spent on him for him to go and do that as well in such a big game. Here we go, Ramirez running through. This is a good opportunity for us yet again. Cutting inside, Ramirez. Oh, my days. Going to get it in the back of the net, not past it. Here we go, the final attack of this first half. Not a lot to show you, really. We've not had too many good chances, neither have they. And that is just going to be punched away by the keeper, and that'll probably be it for this first half, I'd imagine. Might actually have another chance to get the ball in, if we can find a good cross. Yedlin, give us something. No, not enough people in the box, is there? And it looks like that attack will probably break down, I'd imagine, unless Redmond can rescue it. No, and that is it. We are still drawing the game 0-0 against Man United. We might have to change things, maybe go for something a bit more attacking, so we've got a bit more of a threat in the box. And this is what I've decided to do. Brought an Iheanacho up front, and we've got Silva just tucked in behind. Similar to what we did against Leicester City. This time, let's hope and see whether we can try and get it working a bit better. Let's try and get a couple of goals. It's doing this thing again where Andre Silva's playing as a CDM. Don't want to see it. Look where he is in the orange boots. You're a centre attacking mid. Go forward. Wait, what? Penalty? What? The camera moved away as well. How is that a penalty? Oh my days, I wasn't even looking at the player, to be honest. I was watching where the ball went. How is that a penalty? Oh, come on. Gone for the ball, he's fell over. Penalty to Man United, and Muller will step up. Will we save it? Oh! Straight down the middle, gotta save that. We're losing the game 1-0, and we need to get back into it. Let's make some changes. Okay, here we go. We're going to move Eric Dyer into centre-back, take off Bailey, who's just got booked. Bridcut will come on and play alongside Ramirez. Coleman comes on the left-hand side as well. That means we've taken off Redmond. And let's see how we get on now. Need 2 goals. Can't really afford to drop too many points. And obviously we're not at the end of the season here, but I want to pick up as many points as possible, really throughout the season. So let's just try and go all out here. Oh, I have no choice but to go 2 up front. I've tried again to get Silva going forward. He's on all-out attacking, basically, Silva. I've told him to just stay up, but he's not listening. So let's play him as another striker, and hopefully he'll start to listen to what I'm telling him to do. And just playing way too far back. So frustrating. Here we go. Through to Silva. This is a big chance for us. Silva to shoot. Oh, took a deflection towards the keeper. Out for a corner. I think it was Phil Jones. Oh, how insulting. He's even on the same pitch as us. Bridcut to head it and straight into the keeper's arms. 13 minutes left and we're just going to have to try and get a goal here. It's unlikely we'll be able to get 2. Still just got to go for it. Let's go on ultra attacking, I think, now. Try and get something going if we can. There's not enough players able to head the ball in the box, and we don't have obviously Nelson Olivier on the bench this time. So yeah, disappointing game this one. Silva's going here though. Can we get a ball in? Come on, Silva. Oh, deflection to Iheanacho. Back to Ramirez and out again. Come on, let's get this one back in the box. Maybe a 1-2 here. No, okay, because Iheanacho can't kick a ball. Oh, just casually bringing on Robben off the bench, as you do. And he has got so much pace. Stop him, Yedlin. Get there, Yedlin. Clear it. No, don't clear it to the only player they've got forward, Yedlin, you idiot. Take it right into the corner. Oh, pathetic. Lost the game 1-0. Oh, my days. One of those games. One of those games. Not enough shots, not enough possession. And yeah, we weren't good enough there. We got something wrong. Not really too sure what it is, which is the most annoying thing. We got an email in. Joe Gomez isn't happy with his role at the club, so I'll have to look at that one in the next few weeks. But look at this. I did not realise this. We're in the same group as Barcelona. Barcelona. Jesus Christ. And Wolfsburg. We got arguably the easier game, first of all, against FC Basel. This isn't going to be an easy match either. So it's going to be very tough games, those ones. We really got very unlucky with that group draw. But that is it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. If we could go hit 25 likes on this video, that'd be really appreciated. Also, if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. That would be greatly appreciated. I still think it's about 80% of people who watch my videos haven't subscribed yet. So please go ahead and make an account or whatever and go and subscribe. That'd be really appreciated. And also, don't forget to go follow me on Twitter at GamefaceHD. Link to that is in the description below. And also, I've got a new banner as well. Let me know what you think of the banner in the comments below. Designed it myself, and I think it looks a bit better than the previous one. So yeah, that is it. Thank you all for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.